Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum, dum. Well, well. How you doing, Crafty? Good to see you, sis. She Shine, how you doing? Unbiased, how you doing? Laura's Garden, how you doing? She is Sunshine, how you doing, sis? I'll let a few more people get in here and I can start because I don't believe I'm being here long. Because I think Led's supposed to come on after me at 7 o'clock, and I want to be there for that too. Miss T with the T, how you doing? Everybody saying hello to one another. Now, I put it this way: as many people say, you don't know who watching you. You don't know the people that are watching you and stuff like that, and that's absolutely true. Uh, I went to go get some feed today for the sheep out there. That fella that ain't found the butcher yet, but you'd be surprised at the people that meet you and the people that know you and you don't know them. Everybody speaking to everybody. I'm gonna try to keep up with the chat too, but actually this is a kind of a repeat from last week because, like I said, you run into people that know you but you don't know them. To the fact we're on this YouTube and part of our life is on YouTube and everything. And I went to the Tractor Supply today, and I ran into a young lady. She's not that young, but I ran into the lady, and she was telling me that she was hoping that I would do a part two to what I did last week because she said her husband was sick. Uh, he had cancer and everything. She didn't know. Nobody in the house know. Nobody know but him. So this is it again, ladies. As I say, you might have to take your foot and put it in your husband's butt to make him go see a doctor. She was telling me some of the problems and everything that was going on, and it was like he almost didn't make it. And I guess the reason that she found out because he ended up going to the hospital, and everybody trying to figure out why he was in the hospital. Now he knew he had a problem, but he wouldn't tell the wife. And she said, "Do a part two because I'm having all my boys up in there. I don't even know this lady. I, I I went and tried to supply and she didn't use J3. She said, "Hey, Slanger." I said, I had to look because the voice didn't sound right for one. And she said, "Slanger." And I looked around. She got to be in her 50s. And it was a white lady. And that's when she started telling me about her husband and about men going to the hospital and everything. And in my head, I'm saying, "Dawg, what's going on? What's going on?" I said, "This is the first time I've ever been approached like this." I said, "I know a bunch of people see me," but she was saying, she was telling me about her husband and stuff and some of the circumstances that they went through. He was basically the breadwinner in the house. She worked every now and then, but she never really worked. And he got sick, ended up going to the hospital, and all of a sudden, all the burdens fell on her. She had to take care of him. And I think she said she had four. She said she had 4 or 5 kids. I think it was 4 boys, 1 girl. And the boys, they were doing their thing and all that, but nobody would ever say that something was wrong with him. And she found out that he had cancer. Nobody knew. Nobody knew but him. And I think about if something happened to me, I think about the burden that I would leave my wife as well. There's a whole bunch of secrets up in here, and some should be told that my wife, my kids, and all that stuff. If something ever happened to me, they would know. But she didn't know anything. She couldn't do anything. She had to go out and get a job because, yeah, he worked, but his job wasn't one of them jobs where he was making tons of money. They were living basically paycheck to paycheck. And to boil it down to a simple thing is, I'm coming at you, ladies. Get on your husbands. Get on your husbands. Get your husband to go to the doctor. And I'm a man. I hate to see that bill too. I've been blessed that I can go and don't have to pay nothing. But the point to it is, sometimes it's not bad having a doctor bill when you know that in the end that you'll continue to live with your wife and children. But when you, I just think about it now and then. Uh, my mother, before she left, my mother didn't tell me everything that was wrong with her. Sometime I found out. This is not about women, but I'm using my mother for example. Before my mother left here, my mother had a stroke and passed out, and the person she was with didn't pay it no mind. She just saying, why you trip? Why you trip? It was a stranger that actually came up and helped my mother up off the ground. And my mother said, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. I didn't know any of this. I didn't know any of this until she was in the hospital. And when she got in the hospital, that's when all this information come out. Yeah, yeah, we was at the store and she went behind the car and she just fell. The word was trip. But the gentleman that was behind them, he came, helped my mother up and everything. They said everything was fine. But my mother didn't go get checked. And women act like men too sometimes. And at that time, she was acting like a man. She didn't want to tell nobody nothing. She just went along with it. She said, I tripped. But it was more than her tripping. She had a problem, but she didn't want to tell nobody what it was. She didn't, I'm her only child, and I didn't know. I talked to my mother every week. We used to do it on the phone all the time. I went and bought her iPad so that when we talk, we can see each other when we talk. Her and my wife had a better relationship than I did because I come in, they talk, and the iPad was a new feature for her that she can actually see us when we're talking and everything. And I use my mom for the example, but this is not about women. This is about men. Women, yeah, if you're gonna be a husband or whatever the case may be, kick them in the butt and make them see the doctor, because there's a lot of men that lose their life out here foolishly. Yes, we're the man, we're the breadwinner, but we can't be doing stuff foolishly. A lot of times you got to think about somebody else and think about yourself at times. One of the things I got right now that I have to think about no matter what, I have a wife and I have a grandchild and I have some beautiful grandchildren that just coming along, and I want to be here when they get up in age. I want to be here for every one of them. I want to be able to spoil them and send them back home. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me read the chat. Ladies, make sure you all have a airtight life insurance policy on your man that will motivate him to go to the doctor when. Oh Lord, have mercy. She is Sunshine said it. Anything it take to make him do what he needs to do. Ladies, make sure y'all have a airtight life insurance policy on your man that will motivate him to go to the doctor when reminding and fussing won't do it. Yeah, because you have to look out for if you got a husband that won't take care of himself, you have to take care of him and after him. So yeah, go get an insurance policy. You can get $1 million on him. Get $1 million for him. Take $500, put them in the ground, live off the rest. So you can say, hey, he did something for you. But men, we have to go to the doctors. And I haven't seen any men come in here yet, but I dropped the link if you'd like to come up. And ladies, get on the men because there's a lot of men out here with heart disease. And I was looking up all this stuff too after I talked with the lady and stuff. A lot of the sickness that come upon men, but they don't ever say nothing about it. Heart disease, it is the leading cause of death among men. Some of the risk factors include high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, obesity, and diabetic. Now look at them. There's a bunch of stuff on here that can take us out, and we don't pay any mind to it. Stop being. It's hard to be the man and be the head of the house, but sometimes you gotta bow down. I know women, y'all don't like that word bow down, and I'm not using it in the wrong format. I'm using it in the format as bow down to help yourself, not bow down to be underneath or let somebody be above you, whatever, but bow down to your wife when she said, go see the doctor. Um, I had this conversation last week. I have a doctor's appointment this coming Thursday. I don't know if they let me record it in there, I might record it. But the thing to it is, men, we have to go to the doctor even for the littlest things. Sometimes you can just cut your finger and it leads to something bigger because you said you just suck on it, spit it out, and said that's it, and you end up losing your finger. We gotta stop being stupid as men. We gotta be wise. I know that doctor bill is gonna keep us worried. But when you got good insurance, or even sometime when you get a doctor bill, hey, go back to the people. Hold up. I just came in here. All you did was just take my blood pressure, but I got a bill for $1,500. What up with this? And they're gonna tell you, well, you had to sit on the bed. The nurse had to come in. We had to use a medium cuff on you. We had to get the other bring the other air machine in to check your blood pressure and all this stuff. They're gonna put up a whole bunch of stuff on there. I heard before that uh, this was a few years ago. When we get a high doctor bill, we're actually paying for somebody else. I don't want to be paying for nobody else. Let's be like the other countries. Uh, a lot of the people, they go to the doctor and it's part of their health. They don't have to worry about all these big bills and all that stuff. And I don't know why, but every time greed always comes up. Greed always comes up. Living Out Loud podcast. How you doing? Dolores, how you doing? Mystic Nicole, how you doing? Let me go back the other way. Yeah. Let me. I totally understand. Sometimes keeping it push in life can hurt you more than help you. Yeah, keeping our it can help us. I mean, it can hurt us extremely. It hurts us, but think about it when you're not here. You're hurting that family just as well. We got to stop thinking about self and think about us, not just me, but us. When you have a family unit, you have to think about the whole family, not just the individual. Uh, This is true, true. The food that we choose to eat is killing us. First thing is intentional eating, unintentional eating. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. The food that we eat now, whew, it's not like when I was young. We could have trusted food back there in the 60s and 50s, but now everybody want to eat this food that is it's not made at home. It's made quick. It's made with anything. It's not nutritious. All the nutrition is burnt out, cooked out. It's just unhealthy for you. And then let's step it up a little further now with all this fake meat that's coming out. The fake greens, fake lettuce. It's fake, so it has no nutritional value for the body. Do. When you go to the doctor, make sure you take a list of everything that you want to ask questions about. My doctor used to laugh because I had a checklist. Sunshine is absolutely correct. And realistically, when the men go to see the doctors, a lot of time men like to go see the doctor without their wife. It's a good thing when your wife go with you to the doctor because they have a whole lot of questions that you feel you're a man that you ain't got to ask this, you ain't got to ask that. But having your wife with you, she will ask that doctor a bunch of questions, and then when you walk up out of there, you say, "I'm sure glad you was here, girl. I'm sure glad you was here because you was too manly to ask the questions yourself." Come on now. Walders with Frugal Mama, how you doing? The Jewelry Spot, how you doing? Nancy B. the Scratcher, how you doing? Pescatarian Gardener, how you doing? Regional Sky Girl, how you doing? Like I said, I'm this is a part two from last week, and like I said, I haven't seen any men in here yet. I guess the men, I said it too quick, and there go David Corey jumping up here. How you doing, David? But this is a part two from last week because I went to go buy some food for the animal, and a lady she said, "Hey, Slanger," and I had to look and everything, and she started telling me about her husband. Her husband was sick. Nobody in the family knew. So this is why I'm coming up part two. Uh, David or anybody else, any men that want to put in, come on up. The link is in the chat because this is about women directing their man and helping their man to see a doctor so that they can be around for the long haul. And that's true. That's true, Sunshine. People just don't ask enough questions when they go to the doctor. True enough, some doctors be trying to run through and everything, trying to help and get you up out of there. But the point to it, hey, don't rush, doc. I got this problem. I had this problem. Uh, why do I do this when this happened? What are these different things, doc? And doctor, hey, my wife don't go with me to the doctor for the simple reason is when I leave the doctor's office, there's a big list of everything that we talked about and everything. And my wife, she'll sit down and she just read it, see what we talked about and everything. And if anything pops in her mind, hey, why you didn't ask the doctor about this? Or and I will get to him about it. I ain't got a woman yet. J3, I'm still down here. Hey, you ain't true enough, you ain't got a woman, David, but you gotta take and get out there yourself to get it done. Single man gotta go to the doctor too. Here go my brother Sunday. How you doing? How you doing?
What up, King?
Hey, and I hope he getting ready to tell you that his wife jumped on him to go to the doctor.
Jump on. Oh, that's the topic. I just clicked the link. Oh, you can't hear me? Uh, this always happen. Hold on.
I hear you slightly.
Hmm.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better right there.
I hear myself echoing. Now we
You
good?
guys, yeah, you
Okay.
good.
So you say your wife do what? What you say?
Yeah, she get on me about going to the doctor and stuff every now and then, but she don't get as
Oh.
she don't get on me as bad as much. When I got out of the military, she used to get on me a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but now she don't get on me as much because I have that privilege where I can go to the doctor and it don't cost me too much.
Gotcha. Yeah, my wife definitely. Man, to be real with you, I don't even like going to the doctor without my wife because she asked me so many questions that I can't answer. She's like, "Well, what did you ask him?" I'm like, "I ain't asked him nothing. I just had to go to the appointment. He said everything was good. You didn't ask him about this. You didn't tell him about this. You didn't. Nah, I was in and out. you know." So she get frustrated with stuff like that. So I'd rather her come to the doctor. She got my password to that my chart thing, so
Right,
she could go on there and see or figure out whatever she need to that I don't, whatever notes that they put in and stuff like that. But definitely she's the one that keep me up on all that stuff and making sure I go and get things checked out,
right.
you know. So
And,
definitely.
and I put it this way. Now that's real love right there. When that woman gets on you and she makes sure you go to the doctor and make sure you ask the right question, that's love.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
definitely. Because if I was singing the Patti LaBelle song like on my own, I know I wouldn't be going.
hey, I'm the same way because
Yeah.
when I got out of the military, I had a problem and everything, and I would never go to the doctor. My brother, he was in the Air Force. He went to the doctor, to the VA hospital, and just because he had to wait, he stopped going. He said, "I ain't going. I ain't going. I ain't going." You ain't the only person in there that got to see the doctor, so you
Yeah.
need to wait. And hey,
Yeah, I
it's,
get
it's
I get like that too. I ain't gonna lie. I hate waiting. I hate all the little nuanced questions and boy, I'm like, y'all don't already have that information. Like, why I gotta fill this whole thing out? Why I gotta do this essay before y'all look at me again? Like, so yeah, it definitely can make you feel a certain way. And just being there and looking around and seeing different things, people at different stages of life, different people going through stuff. Uh, it's a wake up call, man. It's definitely a wake up call. Uh,
right.
yeah,
And,
it lets
go
you
ahead.
know how blessed you are in a lot of different cases when you go there and see people, like I said, at different stages. Some of them even younger than you, going through something
Right.
that's life changing.
That's
And I
a
hope I
fact.
ain't moving around too much. I'm just holding this phone.
No, you good. You good. Now you just went out. Now you're
So
back.
yeah, my mom started calling me. Yeah, yeah. Before my wife, it was her making sure. But ain't like we was in the same house, so I could just like, yeah, I take care of it. I get to it.
I did the same thing. My mom talked about going to, yeah, I went to, and she'd be waiting for an answer, me telling her what's going on. I said, oh, he ain't said much enough. He ain't said nothing. But hey, I'm glad I got my wife. My wife, she keeps me on point.
Yes,
And
sir.
not just I put it this way, it's a good thing to have a wife because if you didn't have that person to push you concerning your health, somebody will come in your house to visit you and they see a skeleton sitting on the couch. It's the truth. It's
with
the
the
truth.
remote still in the hand.
That's the truth. Hey,
Oh man.
ladies, hey, beat the men up to get them to the doctor.
Hey man, sometimes they the reason we end up at the doctor talking about beating them up.
Well,
I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah. Don't even read
well,
into that. I'm joking.
well, if it's a good thing, if it's a good reason, him going to the doctor, let's get it done. Let's
Yeah,
get it done.
definitely.
Uh, pescatarian, Jigs, exactly. When I get on my husband about his health, I remind him that I am loving him and not just fussing for him.
Yeah.
I mean, for nothing. Uh, that's true. Now, one thing we said before: a man wants his peace. A man just want to come in, kiss his wife, sit down, chill, watch TV, down on the table, all that good stuff. Don't want to hear no fuss and everything. But
Nah.
sometimes the woman need to do some fussing.
Hey man. Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes what it takes. How you doing, Pescatarian? I can't see the chat. I'm trying to look on my other phone, but it's a little hard for me to see and stay focused and do two things at one time.
See, you need that woman there to help you.
Definitely. But what you been up to, bro, man? I've been kind of MIA a little bit. Been having.
Yeah, I know you've been missing action, but it's all right. I know you're a working man. I understand.
Yep.
No, like I don't know if you caught it before. I was in Tractor Supply, and this I say young lady, but she's up in age with me. She said, "Hey, Slanger," and the voice didn't sound right, so I had to turn and look anyway.
Well, you gonna get in trouble walking around the city. People just yelling that out.
well, if they say slang, I kind of figure it got to be something with YouTube straight off the bat.
I was talking about people being around, just looking like, what he's slanging.
And she started telling me about her husband and stuff, him having cancer and all this stuff, and nobody ever knew.
Oh wow!
And it was a hardship for her because they were living paycheck to paycheck. Now she had to go get a job and everything to support the family, and basically taking care of him when he should be taking care of the family. But she said he's about back on his feet again.
Oh,
but
good.
The point is,
God on that one.
But the point is, he ended up taking that break, so the family was in jeopardy.
You know, the important thing, it shows for her doing that. Of course, you know, women gonna do what they got to do to most women. You know, good women will do what they got to do to keep a situation like that going. As far as being able to step up, go out, make it happen, and keep things moving, pick off where he left off at. And I'm pretty sure it says a lot about him and his character for her being able to do that and wanting to do that.
Right. That's absolutely correct.
So I'm glad moving to the other side of their situation.
Right. Let me see. There's a whole bunch of folks came in. I didn't say hello. Bougie Prepper, how you doing? Homestead Rachel, how you doing?
Fresh and Fire, what's going on? David Corey.
Gardening is great. How you doing?
Crafty Leo. What's going on, sis?
The New Orleans Gardener, how you doing, Miss Linda?
What's going on, Auntie Linda?
Good. Psalms 146, how you doing?
There's a lot of people in here. That's what's up. Up.
Yeah. Case in 55, how you doing?
Hello.
One day I'm gonna talk to my wife and see if my wife will come on with me so she could do the reading while I do the talking, or she do the talking, I do the reading.
Yeah, last time I actually want to go back and see that video. I gotta find it and dig into your stuff. Last time your wife was on there and she was telling her story. Both of y'all was being very transparent and very open, you know, about y'all background and telling y'all story and all of that stuff like that. That was an awesome live. That was an awesome live.
Well, like I said, and I tell everybody else, when you come on here, be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't try to be nobody else. Just be yourself. I know I'm not the only one that had a struggle in life.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know my wife. She had a struggle, and hey, maybe that struggle is what made us so tight now.
Yeah. Now y'all done turned it from struggle to snuggle.
You trying to get me to go the wrong direction? I ain't doing it. The Prepared Irishman, how you doing? But this is one of the things I like about YouTube too, is we could take the first 15 minutes or whatever and say what needs to be done, because this is basically trying to get men to go see a doctor.
Definitely.
And there's some beautiful women, in our lives that need to push us a little harder that we can go see the doctors.
Yeah.
And us guys, we got to stop being that rock and learn to be soft and listen to the women when it comes to our health care.
Definitely. I still got a few appointments I got to make myself. So, and I'm definitely getting reminded of it.
Right,
Definitely
right.
getting reminded of it.
Coach Marymar, how you doing? Well, as
What's
I,
up,
as I,
Coach Nikki? She is sunshine. If I ever spoken to you before,
right.
how you doing, sis?
We had this conversation last week. This coming Thursday, I got my doctor's appointment. My grandson going out of town, so I don't think my wife will be there with me. But anyway, I will be at the doctor's office on Thursday, and we're gonna talk about some things and try to get things straight. That he tell me I'm meet my 113 years.
Okay. I thought you was about to say he was gonna go live when you get there.
If he let me, I will go live.
I mean, that's your personal. That's kind of like your personal information, and
no, I'm not going that far.
Yeah. I was about to say though.
It's just the part me and the doctor in there, but
You set
the camera will be cut off.
You set the phone up on the windowsill and don't say nothing, and it be 130 people watching.
Brutus, how you doing? Shawnee 2003, how you doing, sis? Going with Hudson, how you doing? Nikki, how you doing, sis? Okay, I believe I done caught up. Today, I'm trying to get on you women, that you women get up on. I'm sorry. I'm talking to you ladies that you get on your men to get them to see the doctor.
And brothers.
Brothers.
Uncles. It don't have to be
men, period.
Yeah.
Men, period. Because we need the men to be around to help take care of you ladies and to get our family and keep it on the right road.
And the crazy thing is we can get reminders, we can get the way this world works. I mean, you got people around you you're like, dang, what happened? But he was only this old, and all you get constant reminders every day. You know what I'm saying? Or once a week, once a month. Especially if you if you got a lot of people you went to school with, like on Facebook or whatever like that. I mean, you log on and it's a rest in peace once a week on somebody you was connected with. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely get those reminders.
Right. Bayou Sugar, how you doing? I dropped the link in the chat, and I'm hoping that one of the young ladies with a husband will come up and give us some insight real quick. I'm not going to stay on here long. I just want the ladies to come up. Last time it was men that came up. We had Liv Farmer, Big Rooster come up. One of you ladies, please come up to encourage us men to do what we need to get done instead of being macho all the time.
Yeah, definitely. As soon as one come up, I'm jumping down. I gotta clean this car up so this customer can go pick it up in the morning.
You want to clean my truck out for me too?
I
got a little tap in my truck. I don't know where it's coming from.
I used to. I tell you what. In the beginning, I used to wash anybody's car who paid over $500.
Ooh.
Now that number has moved,
bro.
Like a lot higher. Huh?
I don't need you to touch my car.
But no, this was just stuff that I was just trying to implement in my business and stuff. So, right. And once the volume changed, I wasn't able to put hands on everybody's car like that. So,
right.
I started taking it, to my boy, letting him take care of it and stuff like that. This one right here, this car, it's actually it's an older Porsche Cayenne. It's been sitting for a year and a half. She moved back from Louisiana to here, and got it back up the specs, back up to be able to pass emissions. They had a whole bunch of stuff going on with it. So finally got that up and going. I just got to clean it up so she could pick it up in the morning.
Okay. No ladies coming up to help us men out right quick. We need a lady to come up and help us men and encourage us to see a doctor instead of being macho. Cause hey, our health, we need it. Cause I was looking up a bunch of stuff too. How heart disease, cancer, diabetes, erectile dysfunction, all these different things happen, and we don't say anything.
Yeah, my wife, it's crazy. At the beginning of the year, my wife started back with them vitamins, and I was saying this one vitamin, man. I promise you, have my breath, man. I'm trying not to be hard headed and take them, but I'm like, dang, why does this always, I take them after I brush my teeth, and it leaves a little,
Might have too much garlic in it.
I don't know. I don't even know what it is. She already done organized them. I ain't even see the I ain't see the cases or nothing. She organized them and put everything where it need to be. So I'm just following orders.
She making it easier for you that you can
Exactly.
take care of yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
now
I'm surprised no women want to come.
I'm surprised too. No ladies want to support their men. And other than you and David and R Brutus, what I'm sorry, bro, I forgot your name, but I only seen three guys in the chat.
Mm.
I
I
hope
just
you
put
I hope y'all brothers ain't get mad at me because I'm telling the women's to jump on you to make sure you get better health care, to make sure you go to the doctor instead of sitting at the house becoming a skeleton.
yeah. That's mm,
Bayou Sugar said, "Come on, married ladies, help the men out."
Shimon. Yeah, it's hard to see this.
And realistically, I just want a women's view on how you should be helping the men. I know some of you are not married and you ain't some don't have a man and all that stuff, but hey,
Your
I'm
opinion
pretty
still
sure
matters.
some of y'all remember what it was when you was married.
Or just if you witnessed it while you was growing up with a parent or auntie or whatever.
And, and Lord have mercy. This is not well. Maybe this should have been a dating game because I see a whole bunch of people come up. I'm not married. I don't have a husband. We need a dating game too.
All righty, everybody.
We've got 10 gentlemen right here. You ladies want to pick one as you go.
Yeah, that's it's all good. It's all good.
There go one young lady.
Hey,
Here comes another
Hey,
growing with
two
here
two
we go.
ladies coming to help support us men.
Here we go.
yeah.
Coach Marymount, growing with Hudson.
Oh, Coach
And
Marymount. Hey,
oh
Coach
my
Marymount.
God. I'm sorry.
Coach Marymount said bye.
There we
Oh
go.
no, Jed's hit that control alt delete button.
You see, he don't. I said he technically eliminated us. Now he's physically eliminating me.
No, coach. No.
No, hi everybody. I'm just like so happy to hear this conversation because we come from. When I say we, like your grandparents came from Africa, and we are not used to preventive medicine. We are used to curative. We go to the hospital only when we are sick. So it's a lifestyle that we have to learn because now we have like more and more preventable diseases if we go to the hospital, but that's not our custom and that's not our culture. So it's something that we are learning, and like you say, it's really important that we should raise awareness of the importance of going to the hospital and getting the early diagnosis, because most of those things can be treated if they are diagnosed early. So we are in a period of raising awareness that we should not only wait till when we are sick to go to the hospital. We can also do preventive health care. And that's something that we are doing a lot in Africa. I am so consoled that even in North America is the same thing. Talk less of men going to the hospital. They would it's like you are considered like a weakling if they saw you going to the hospital. And so we grew up with that kind of, I want to be a man. I want to show that I'm a man. And that's why most of the time when we go to the hospital, it's almost at the dying stage. Because we can no longer, like, it's already gone the stage where they can cure us. So it's a transition, and I'm glad you're bringing up, because now you are already aware and you're trying to raise awareness. We have to empower other brothers, also sisters too, because also, like I said, we don't have the culture of preventive medicine. Going to the hospital early is very important. So we are going to continue raising awareness and helping and talking about it. It's okay to go to the hospital just to get checked.
Yes. Now, let me back up one little thing though.
Yep.
Now if you got 100 men and 100 women, you got 99 women gonna be at the doctor. The men will still be standing there.
Yes.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, J3, how many women don't go to the doctor.
Yeah, I know, and it's probably that bill thing that make them not want to go.
I got one now.
That's what I'm saying, that we don't have that culture of going to the hospital. You will see that most women who go to the hospital are women of childbearing age. They go to the hospital with child-related issues. But to say a woman should just get up and go to the hospital, that's not part of our culture. Because we know that if you have a cold, you can take your lemon and your ginger, and we have all those spices that we concoct, and we think that we are good to go, but those are temporary. And so we have to face modern reality.
That's true, Coach. But now let's back up one step. What our great grandparents used to do to get rid of these problems we have, we don't know it. You only got a handful of Black people that know the heritage of the ancestors that used to heal themselves. We only got that handful.
I'm gonna step down so I can get this
your VIP card.
Appreciate it, bro.
See you later, Sunday.
Thanks for coming up, man. Tell the wife I say hello.
Yes, sir. Later.
All right. Nancy B, how you doing?
Hey, Nancy.
Go ahead, Hudson.
My thing is that what a lot of people don't understand is a lot of the checkups that they do don't even cover what you need to get checked.
Yes.
Just like I thought in my mind when all this stuff was going on to get my vitamin D checked. That's not a normal checkup. I had to ask my doctor to check it, and my vitamin D was real low, and that's important when it comes to your health because it fights off a lot of stuff.
Right. Well, I think I'm good on the vitamin. I was good on the vitamin D part because I stayed outside constantly under the sun.
Right.
Presbyterian, how you doing? And Nancy B, how you doing?
I'm good.
Tell us how you nag your husband.
Listen, I don't nag. I just tell him, babe, listen, you need to go. It's fine. Hey, I noticed this, I noticed that, I noticed the other. Please. And I always preface it by telling him, look, you know I love you. And then I let him know, no matter how much money I get from the insurance, it's not going to make me happy. It's not going to keep me warm. It's not going to talk to me. It's not going to support me. So, you know, my husband respects that. And, oh, Sorry. You do know that was my husband standing right there, right?
Right,
I'm pretty sure he stepped in the room.
No, he was trying to tell me about the sound because I have the phone and I have the laptop on.
But go ahead. He loved you. Go ahead and keep going, sis. I think she just froze up on us.
Yep.
There she
Oh, am
goes.
I back?
You're back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you touched on something. You talked about culture. I believe it is the culture here that men are like, no, I'm good, bro. I don't need it. I'm good because of this. I'm good because of that. I know I'm all right because of this. That's what you think, but that's not what you know. Stop self-diagnosing and let a professional do it. And then the icing on the cake is knowing your body and letting the doctor know, hey, this is what's going on. I need an answer. And if that doctor don't give you the answer, feel free to leave and go to someone else.
Right.
My husband has diabetes. He went to a doctor. The doctor just kept medicating. Take this, take that. At one point, my husband would have been taking 5 medicines for diabetes. That's not right. So he left. I said, baby, if you're not happy, leave. He went to a new doctor. First visit, the doctor told him, we need to check your eyes. We need to check your feet. My husband was like, take my shoes off. What? Yeah, because diabetics have a problem with their feet.
Mm-hmm.
The other doctor, who was in his pocket? Pharmaceuticals.
That's it.
Pharmaceuticals. So I think it's important that a husband and wife work as a team, a couple, so that you can support each other. In turn, when I go to the doctor, my husband is like, well, babe, did you think about this? You know what, honey? You're right. We work together. So.
And you pay for the insurance. So why not use it?
Well, realistically speaking, some people are paying for the insurance, but they also a bill gonna come to my house. I still gotta pay a portion of it.
Oh, I do too.
Hey, hey, men get scared when it comes to that doctor bill coming to the house. Some of the women get scared too because we get a doctor bill coming to the house. But we have to take care of ourselves.
Right.
Nancy, how you doing? Tell us something.
Hey, yes, I make all round appointments to make sure he goes to the doctor, and he knows when it's time to go to the doctor. Me and him is going, because when I found out I had diabetes, we was in there together, and the lady said that we had to go all these different kind of places for classes and everything, and he was right there with me every time. So,
right.
So no matter what's going on with Ronald, if he at the hospital, I'm right there to find out what's going on, what we need to get, how we can fix it every time. So I encourage you men to go out there. Both of my uncles have died from prostate cancer. So I need the men to go out there themselves, please. Because my uncles was young. They was like in their 60s. You hear me? I mean, last year we had so many deaths of men in my family. So I encourage all the men to go get themselves checked and go to the doctor and get their physical. Yes. No matter if ain't wrong with you, still go, because you never know what's going on.
True
so that. I need y'all to go to the doctor, because this is serious business. And yes, now the hospitals are full up with people, with colds and fluid and stuff like that. So you look, just because you have a cold or something, sometimes we might think, well, it ain't going away. Well, it ain't going away in a week. I need y'all to check on yourself. Women, men, I need y'all to check on yourself because I don't want nothing to happen to none of y'all. You know, we family, and as a family, we got to check on ourselves.
That's right.
This is true.
And because by me being a diabetic, when I go to the doctor, they have so many shots ready for me.
Absolutely.
Like I had to take a COVID shot, I had to take a fluid shot. It's so many shots that they have. It's like, Miss Anthony, since you're a diabetic, you can catch this and you can catch that. So when I go there, the lady I got here is Dr. Dean, and she's on it. Whatever's wrong with you, she's on it. And Ronna got the same doctor too. So whatever's wrong with him, she is on it every time. You got to know your doctor. When something wrong, I can text the doctor, and the doctor texts me back,
Right.
because they have that. And then the other doctor, the mental health doctor, you know, it's just so many doctors that you can see. And on your job, you know, they have that free stuff. I don't know what it's called, but it's free for mental health. It's free for this. It's free for that. You just have to pick up the phone and call.
Take advantage of it. Right.
Take advantage of everything that's at your job. We pay for it, so it's time for us to take advantage of it.
Right. That's one of the things I like about it also. I can call a VA and tell them I need to talk to my doctor. Within about 4 to 5 hours, I'm going to get a phone call. If it's not from him, his nurse will call me. So I understand what you're saying. And I got 4 fantastic ladies up here telling you men, y'all need to go get checked.
Yeah.
Don't think it's being somebody just nagging you, but this is nagging for a good reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad Nancy touched on everybody. It's not only the men, everybody, because now there's a lot of evolution, and with all the evolution, we have had so many people losing their immune systems have really been weakened. It's not like those people in those days who lived without all these medications. Today, the things we eat and the lifestyles, we are really open to so many illnesses. But good enough, some of them can be prevented, and some of them can be handled if they are diagnosed early. So it's for everybody. This is why I don't like coming to the panel. You hear the noise.
Oh, I thought that was J3 House.
No. It was just the buzzer that was mine.
I saw you looking back. I'm like, oh, he must get his grandkid.
No, that's why I don't like coming to people's panels, because I'm in my sister's house and their children.
No, you fine. You fine.
It's all right.
So you see why I don't come to panels. So we are saying that it's not only the men, it's a general awareness raising campaign. Everybody, we have to go to the hospital for checks. It's not normal that you stay for 2 years without going to the hospital, or for the whole year. Just go and check. One never knows. And the good thing is, some of these things, when they are diagnosed early, they can be cured. We shouldn't be dying of things that can be helped. We have evolved and times have changed. We should not remain in that mentality or in that culture. We should move and change with the times. Going to the hospital is not like you're weak or something. Is you are taking care of your health. It's a self-care habit that is so important, and we all have to really go take it seriously.
Right. Now, one thing that I used to do is when I go to the doctor and they ask you, what's your history? Your dad this and your mom this? I said, I don't know. I said, ain't nobody ever been sick in my family. My mom was a diabetic, but I wouldn't tell them that. I said, I want you to diagnose me, not my family.
But you know what's crazy is that I have history. And so like with different screenings for cancer, I try to take advantage of, because my father and his mother died of cancer. So last year, because I'm getting older, I had asked my doctor if she could request a colonoscopy. And for some reason, even though my history, they wouldn't cover it. So I was like, I'm not paying all that money, to go get it. And this year, I was diagnosed with diverticulitis, which is holes in your colon.
Wow.
And if I would have got diagnosed or had the colonoscopy last year, they could have prevented some of that. Thank God it's not cancer, but still, it was something new. It's just like I was okay one day, and the next minute I got diverticulitis. So that's why it's important for everybody to go get their checkups if they can.
One thing before I go, because the noise is coming on, one of the things that I also want to remind us is sometimes we shouldn't even look at the cost, even those things that are not covered by the insurance. If we think that they are important, let's pay for them. Because either you pay upfront or you pay later, and when you are paying later, it's always more expensive. So if you could pay now and just go do your checkups, don't mind about the cost, because there's a cost to before or after. So it's better to pay when you're preventing than when you're curing, because sometimes you really don't get very lucky. So
Right.
let's not look at the cost. Like they say, health is wealth. It has no cost. And that's why when people are sick, sometimes even if they didn't have the money comes from somewhere, because we know that there's danger. We shouldn't wait till then. We can always start this preventive healthcare style and really integrate it. We've already integrated so many things. We can also integrate this one. So thanks so much, J3. Let me go down.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks.
Have a good night.
It's all right. Have a good one, Coach. And now there's 3.
And then 2, you can look into either payment plans, or some hospitals have payment assistance.
Right. There's a lot of things to help you pay if you leaving us, Pescatarian?
She probably just taking a break. She muted.
Right. But yeah, there's a lot of programs that will help you pay, or there's always something where they'll knock it down to a certain point. Sometimes you just have to make payments on it.
And that's the thing. Okay, so me and my husband, we out of ad now, but in the beginning, when he was first started going to the doctor, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, either you go to the doctor or I'll call the ambulance. So you choose. And I had no problem ever since.
Well, I remember one of them circumstances back in 2024. Ambulance picked me up. I wanted to stay in the bedroom, and my wife, she got on me and everything. We finally went to the hospital, even though they made me mad because I stayed in the room for about 3 hours and something. And the only thing they did, they come look at me. They went back, and after 3 hours, oh, you can go home now. I said, y'all ain't did nothing.
Right.
That's crazy.
But the only good thing to it is I had a plan where I didn't have to pay all that. So I was blessed.
Right.
I was blessed that way.
But that's why I say if you have the benefits, use them.
Right.
Yeah, because you're paying for it, so you might as well use it.
Well, I get them veterans benefit. I'm one of them 100%ers, and I thank God for it.
Right.
It's a blessing.
And we done had some wonderful ladies up here talking tonight to encourage us. We need to go see the doctor, fellas. Ladies, we need to go see the doctor. I understand that greed is everything, and there's going to be a bunch of doctors that's in it for the money. If you're not satisfied with that doctor, go see another doctor. You got to get a doctor that you agree with. When you satisfied with that doctor, then you can be treated well, but not just going paying bills, getting pills and getting pills and getting pills.
And you know what? We all waste money somewhere. Just think of that money that you waste. Put some on your health. It's worth it.
Don't be talking about my kids like that. But anyway, as said, ladies, gentlemen, we got to take care of our health better, because this young lady that was talking to me, I don't know her from Adam House Cat, but she said Slanger, and when she said that, I had to try to figure out who it was.
Right.
She started telling me about her husband and everything. Us men got to stop being hard-headed. We have to stop being hard-headed. Yes, we are the head of the house. We're the king of the house and all this other stuff. But when it comes to our health, bow down.
Right. Exactly. Bow down.
Men don't want to hear it and women don't want to hear it, but bow down. You have to. If you don't know what to ask the doctor, you're scared to talk to the doctor, take your wife in there with you. I guarantee the doctor be tired of your wife because she done asked 600 questions and there was only 2 that need to be asked.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna ask until I get the answer I want. If you don't give me the right answer, I'm gonna say, well, I don't understand what you're saying because you said this. So what does that mean? And then I'm gonna look at you. What's the answer? You're the doctor. Tell me. I'm paying you. So tell me.
It's good for both of y'all to go, because something that you might not remember, she will, and something she don't remember, you will remember.
Exactly.
Especially if it's important.
But truthfully speaking, let's go. When it's the man, we just don't want to remember nothing when we're in there. We just want to hurry and get out.
But the wife, she'll remember.
Hold up, wait 1 minute, doctor. Not 15 minutes, at least 45 minutes. Let's get into this. And gentlemen, you got the wife, you got a husband. Either way, get in there and support each other to find out and make sure they're well taken care, because we want to be here together for a long time.
That's right. And then, too, a lot of people, what they say is you have to have an advocate. So that's important, too, because something that you might overlook, that other person go make sure that they cover it.
Right. And like I said, I say it because I got some beautiful grandbabies. I want to see them get grown. I want to be able to do for them for what I did for their parents.
Right.
And they want you around. And they don't want to be rolling you around. They want to be seeing you up and mobile and moving. And if you can prevent the sitting around or whatever, then prevent it, you know?
Right.
Lynette had a good point too. If you need to write all questions down, because I'm bad for that, of getting there, and I'm like, dang, I knew it was something. So I write my questions down too as I think of them, and have them ready for my appointment.
This is true. This is true. Anything you can do to help you, you get it done. Write it down. Talk to your mate before you go in, and while the doctor doing his talking, somebody's thinking, well, doc, he's been doing this. Well, he doing this because of that. Well, why he only walking on one foot instead of both of them? Well, he's got a nail in another foot.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to have a mate in there with you.
Oh yeah.
It might be kind of rough, but it goes smoother. I thank God for my wife. Hey, I hate,
because you got to remember, the doctor is there for the money,
right?
But your mate is there because they love you.
That's it.
So that's the difference, you know?
Yeah.
And another thing is, when you go see a doctor, you got to pray and ask God to give you a real doctor, not somebody in it for the money.
Right.
I pray all the time.
You want somebody that's really concerned about your health. If I went to the hospital right now and I didn't go to see my doctor, and he walked by, whatever, by the time I get home, him or his nurse is going to call me. Oh, we saw you at the emergency room today. What's up? And I tell, oh, it was nothing. I just needed a Band-Aid. And it doesn't matter. If he see me, he wants to know why I was at the hospital. And that's one thing I like him. This fella should have been retired about 30, 40 years ago, but he's still going now. He went from 5 days a week to 4 days a week, but he's there taking care of people.
And then when he leave, you make sure you get his recommendation on who to go to next.
Right.
Because he know who go be similar to him.
Right. I fell in that situation. Actually, when I first went to the VA, I had a female. And she said, I'm not seeing y'all anymore. I'm just seeing women. I said, that's fine. So what kind of doctor we got? Another fella came in. I don't think he should have been a doctor. But then this older fella came in, and I liked everything he said because he had the right answers for me. If I had a problem, I can tell him what the problem is. He said, well, I'm going to look up this, but you need to do this. You need to do that. And I didn't go home with 12 pills.
Right.
I might go home with 1 or 2, but I didn't go home with a whole handful.
Yeah.
And then another thing to it is when I said, I don't think I need these pills anymore. He said, you sure? He said, well, let me take the test and everything. I run the test, and he ran the test. He said, you don't need them pills no more? I said, all right. Because I thought I was trying to live a little healthier now.
Right.
See, that's a good doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's a good doctor. I believe my husband's old doctor was really getting kickbacks from the pharmaceutical. And I say that because one of his nurses happened to be, my daughter's a nurse. And so she and the lady are friends. And the lady told her, I took my husband out of his care, even though I was his nurse, because he likes to over-medicate.
Mm-hmm.
I said, wait, his nurse took her husband from them? Okay, we was on the right track. You didn't need to be there. You didn't need to be there. So some doctors really take their profession seriously, and they're there to help you. If you need it, you're going to get it. But if you don't need it, then why take it? Some
Right.
doctors feel, hey, if I give it to them, I'm going to get this kickback. Again, what you said, J3, greed. What's your motivating factor? Is it to care for people? Is it to really live up to your Hippocratic oath? Or is it to line your pockets and make it fatter before you retire?
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what I say.
That's when our biggest problem. We got to go to the doctor, but we also have to fight this process of greed and pray that we get a doctor, not
because
a
in this country, this is one of the only countries, I believe, where pharmaceuticals are allowed to do commercials.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned that not too long ago. In other countries, they are not allowed to have commercials for their products.
And
that says a lot.
And a lot of other countries can go to the doctor too and don't have to worry about a bill.
Like Canada, exactly.
So as long as we live here in the United States, men, women, go see your doctor. Go see a doctor. And pray that it's the right one.
Right.
I want to thank you ladies for coming up. Everybody in the chat, I want to thank you for coming. I got to go get some things done, and I'm going to be back on here in a few minutes, but not with my show. I thank you. Be blessed, and I love you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes,
good night, everybody.